4 or 5 different stocks that you like, stuff that you probably use every day. If people know they can come to your OnlyFans and learn how to produce a track, they're gonna subscribe. Do this for years. This is long term. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I've been having this conversation with some people for the last couple of weeks. And the topic was independent women. I think somewhere along the way, I think men and women, it seem like they've just been going against each other, calling each other out, or I don't know. But so what I've been doing is I've been talking to couples. It's even better when it's a married couple, but I'll direct the question to the woman. I always direct it because I know what the answer is. I want to have that conversation. And what I would ask them, I would say, I will ask the woman, are you able to be a strong, independent woman in a marriage or in a regular relationship? And most of the time, the woman says, yes, you can. And I said, it's impossible. It's just impossible. This is why a lot of people get divorced. This is why a lot of people get broke up. And don't get me wrong. I understand social media plays a part. Even if a woman is submissive or you'll have another woman saying, girl, he's trying to control you, or it just gets blown out of proportion. But this is why I say you can't be a strong, independent woman in a relationship or a marriage. Now, I have to admit, I use a trigger word. I use the word strong. Because when people hear the word strong, they don't even think about the question. They're just like, well, I'm a strong person. Yeah, you can be that. And when it has nothing to do with being strong, I'm wanting to know, can you be independent in a relationship? And I say it's impossible. And then I explain it to them. I said, and in what universe and city, state, you can be independent in a partnership, independent in a union. It really doesn't make any sense to say you're independent in a partnership or a union. And the woman was like, well, I'm very independent. And so one scenario, it was a guy, as I was telling his wife that it's impossible. And he says, well, when I'm out of town sometimes, my wife, she runs the business. I said, sir, all you did is tell me that your wife is smart. I don't doubt that she's capable of running a business. I'm asking you to be independent when you're in a partnership, when you're in a union. And of course, he was sitting there. He was thinking. I said, let me put it to you in another way. Because when people hear that, it seems like women be on the defense. They think, oh, he's attacking women, or he's trying to say we need to listen to men or whatever. So I said, I'm going to ask you another way. So I asked the husband, I said, say you have a business partner. It's a construction company. And you and your partner discussed going to buy some paint. Y'all decided, okay, you're going to spend $300 on some paint. I mean, $500 on some paint. I don't know why I said three. Just say $500. You go to the store to buy the paint. You get in there and you notice that they got a deal on paint, but you have to spend $1,500 to get the deal. But it's a deal. It's a deal. Ain't no way to look around it. I asked the man, Do you call your partner and discuss spending the 1500, or do you spend the 1500? The man said, I'm capable of making that decision. I don't need to call my business partner to discuss if I'm going to spend the 1500 or not. I said, I'm glad you said that. I said, because this is where I'm going to explain to you, you can't be independent in a business. And I said, you're going to spend that money, and it's a deal. No one says it's not a deal. You're going to spend that money. I said, this is when a snowball effect starts. Most businesses, not most, but some businesses, when you look on TV, the courts and all that, and you have business partners suing each other and they falling out over money, they don't even see it coming. But it's a snowball effect. All it takes is one wrong move and it's going to snowball. It might take 3 years before you can't be partners no more, 5 years. It might take a year. I said, the first mistake you did is you decided to make the decision of spending more money without calling your partner. No one says you're not capable. Just like we're not saying women aren't smart, they can't make their own mind or whatever. It's just that if you're in a business, you're in a partnership, you can't be independent. I said, you're going to make that decision. It's going to be a good deal. You're going to go back and you're going to tell your partner's going to be excited. Man, you made a good deal. Oh, that was so good. So there's not going to be no arguing, no nothing. But now you didn't set the stage. You didn't open the door. Now your partner's going to start making deals without you. Because your partner doesn't feel that they have to call you and tell you when they spend money for the business. Because you already opened that door. You've done it. You've opened the door. It's not going to be closed until y'all have a discussion. Now, what'll happen is your partner will make deals. Okay. Everybody is cool till one of you make a bad decision. To one of you make a deal that the company loses money. Now, there are going to be some deals made in between that. There's going to be a little friction, but it's not going to be bad. Okay, y'all didn't lose no money, but it was a waste of time doing that because you really didn't make any money. You didn't make a lot of money. And then it's going to get to the point where one of you going to make a decision and it's going to be a bad deal. Y'all going to lose money. And the other person is going to say, you should have called me. I could have told you that was a bad decision. And the other person going to say, but we ain't been calling each other. We haven't been calling each other when we made these decisions. And that's going to be a true fact. So what's going to happen is, now y'all might have a conversation about, hey man, from now on, we need to talk to each other before we spend money or whatever. And the person that made the bad decision gonna be like, oh, because I made one mistake. They're gonna get offended. I made one mistake. Now we gotta check with each other. Now, like I'm a kid or something. I gotta come to you and ask you, which is crazy because when you're a business partner and you're spending some money for the company, you should discuss that with your partner before you make a decision. You cannot be independent in the partnership. I don't care how good. We've seen too many situations in court, on court TV, where it all was good until it wasn't good. If we got all these examples in front of us, no one cares if you're smart enough to make a decision without your partner. You need to make the decision with your partner because it's a business. You're not, no one says you can't be strong and independent on your own. Independence means you're by yourself. You're independent. You're not in a union. You're not in a partnership. And when people start making decisions without people or think they don't got to talk to their partner to make decisions, that's when the snowball effect happens. It starts small and it gets big, and then the relationship is over, whether it's a business relationship or a romantic relationship, and no one sees where it started at. It's when that partner makes a decision without the other partner involving a large amount of money and it doesn't go right. Even if it goes right. So the couple was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense now that you put it like that. Because sometimes you can't just ask a woman that and they think you attacking them. So you got to say it in the man's perspective too. There's no such thing as being an independent. when you in a union. When you in a partnership, these two men, one man made a decision to spend $1,500 without calling his partner. His partner was okay because the deal went right. But then this partner is going to start making deals like that too without you. And everything is cool until you make a decision and start affecting the business. The problem is if you don't snip it in the butt the first time the bad situation come, then it's going to be more bad decisions and more bad decisions. And then one of the people going to be like, hey, man, I need to be in business by myself because dude don't know what he doing. Or he don't want to talk to me before he make a decision. And it's going to go back and forth, back and forth. This is what happens in relationships. When one person is serious about the money, the other person like, yeah, man, it's just money or whatever. And they keep making decisions on spending lump sums without talking to the other partner. And if it's the female, she got her friend saying, he's trying to control you. He's trying to run you, girl. I mean, you make your own money. Ain't nobody going to tell you. Then she should be single. You don't go into a relationship when somebody's serious about being successful and you get upset when they start talking about the money, right? Okay, I have another scenario because I was talking to a guy. I said, say you take care of your wife. You pay all the bills. You pay all the bills. She takes care of the household, whether y'all got kids or not. But you're taking care of her. You pay all the bills, right? And you see an F-150 for sale. It's going to be some thousands of dollars. This ain't no spending no $100 or nothing like that. You know, it can be anywhere from $5,000 or more. You know what I'm saying? $10,000. It just really, it's a deal. And I asked the guy, I said, do you call your wife, even though it's your money, you make all the money, you pay all the bills, do you call your wife and discuss about buying an F-150, about buying another car? He looked at me. I said, it ain't that you have to. Should you? Yes, you should. I said, you should call her. I said, it doesn't make a difference. She might just say yes. She might say nothing. But the problem is if you buy that car without discussing it with her, there go the snowball effect. Your relationship's going to start to deteriorate. We have so many proof in front of us where there are divorces or whatever, and they don't know where it went wrong, right? And the guy's like, I do everything for her. I take care of her. I don't know what a problem with. The thing is, it doesn't matter if it's all your money or not. All you have to do is pick up the phone and say, hey, honey, I'm about to get this F-150. You're just talking to her about it. Just letting her in on the decision making. She might be like, baby, go ahead and get it. You want it? Or she might say, damn, baby, you got 2 cars already. What you need a third one for? You don't know what she's going to say. But the problem is, you on your third car and she barely has one, or hers is raggedy. So she going to feel some type of way. Or if she got 2 cars, either way, you come home with a new car and you don't tell her, she's probably not going to say nothing because she feel like she's not in a position to say anything because she doesn't pay for anything. But just because she doesn't say anything doesn't mean nothing. You've started something. Now she's feeling some type of way because she can't just do that. She's dependent on you. Whenever you buy, she got to come and ask you for stuff. And you don't ask for nothing. You don't even discuss with her when you're going to do it. So now she's not feeling like a partner. And most guys don't get it until it's too late. They want to take care of their woman, but they don't want to discuss with her before they make decisions. Spending lump sums of money, they feel like they don't have to. And this is where I still come in. There's no such thing as being independent in a partnership. I don't care if you pay all the bills, you got all the money. You need to pick up that phone, call your wife or call your girlfriend and say, hey, what you think about this? This F-150. She might say, nah, baby, we don't need another car. You're going to be mad. But at the same time, y'all partner. Y'all partners. When I put it like that, most women, they get it. But when I first ask them up front, can you be a strong, independent woman? I use a trigger word. I use the word strong because everybody can relate to being strong. So automatically, yeah, you can be strong, independent. There's no such thing as being independent in a partnership, in a relationship. Y'all talk about money. Y'all discuss it. Large amounts of money. I ain't talking about spending $50 or $100. I'm talking about large amounts of money. Anything over $500, anything over $1,000. Y'all probably say, hey, I'm about to drop $1,000 on such and such. But 500 might be a large amount to some people. It just really depends on what y'all finances are, whether 500 is a lot or whether 1,000 is a lot. But you still got to call your partner and discuss that with your partner before you start doing all that independent stuff in a partnership. So most people get it, and some people will never get it. Some people are like, that's my money. I ain't got to talk to nobody about and they wonder why their relationships don't last. They wonder why they keep on being in certain situations, and it's always the other person's fault. And they're the common denominator in all their relationships. I ain't saying don't nobody do something wrong, but you have too much references in front of you. You got aunts, you got uncles, and your aunts and uncles, they might tell you that dumb stuff. You don't got to answer nobody. That's your money. You make that. You ain't got. Listen, I care about money a lot. There's no way I'm gonna be in a relationship and the woman think I can't ask her about the money she's spending. She can say, "Oh, he's acting controlling." She can say whatever she want to say. But if she don't understand that I care about the money in the relationship, then there won't be a relationship. So I just want to know what y'all think about that. Do y'all really believe, whether you're a man or a woman, that you can be independent in a partnership? Even if it's a business partnership, it's no such thing to me as being independent. Because if you try to be independent in a business, you're going to end up getting sued, or just the business is going to break apart. You can't be independent. But I like to know what y'all think. Leave y'all comments or whatever. And hey, I'll get back with y'all. I'm out. I eat knowledge for breakfast.